BMW has built a new electric sedan that could change everything we thought we knew about the future of the 3 Series. It looks familiar, but underneath, almost everything is new. A completely new platform, a new generation of battery technology, up to 440 miles of estimated range, and a driving system BMW says is designed to make an electric car feel like a real BMW. But here's the question. Is the new BMW i3 simply an electric version of the 3 Series? Or is this the car that finally shows us what the future of BMW really looks like? The new BMW i3 isn't just another electric car joining BMW's lineup. This is one of the first major production models built around BMW's Neue Klasse philosophy, a completely new direction for the company. Production has already started in Munich, and the car is expected to reach the US market in 2027. So this isn't some distant concept anymore. The future BMW has been talking about for years is finally becoming real. At first glance, the front end immediately tells you that this isn't a traditional BMW sedan. The familiar kidney grille is still there, but it has been completely reimagined. The headlights, grille, and front sensors are brought together into one clean, modern design. It's unmistakably BMW. But at the same time, it feels like the brand has pressed the reset button. And honestly, that's exactly what makes the new i3 so interesting. From the side, the proportions are where this car really starts to make sense. A long wheelbase, short overhangs, and a low athletic stance. Even though it's built on an electric platform, BMW has made sure it still looks like a proper sports sedan. It doesn't feel like a tall electric appliance on wheels. It still has that classic BMW balance. And from this angle, you can clearly see why many people are already asking the same question. Could this be the real future of the 3 Series? At the back, BMW keeps things clean and simple. There are no fake exhausts, no unnecessary design tricks. Just a smooth electric sedan shape with slim lighting and a more focused rear profile. And that's really the theme of this entire car. BMW hasn't tried to make it futuristic by adding more and more details. Instead, it has removed the unnecessary ones. The result is a car that looks modern today, but still feels like it was designed for the years ahead. Step inside, and this is where things become even more interesting. The traditional BMW dashboard has been completely rethought. The new panoramic iDrive system spreads important information across the lower part of the windshield, while the central display handles the main controls. The goal is simple: less clutter, less distraction, and more focus on the road. But the real question is, will this new digital interior feel better than BMW's traditional driver-focused cockpit? That answer may be just as important as the car's performance. Of course, futuristic technology is only useful if the car still works in everyday life. And that's where the i3 has another important job. It needs to be comfortable, practical, spacious enough for daily use. The long wheelbase helps create a more open cabin, while the clean interior layout makes the space feel less crowded. This isn't supposed to be just a technology showcase. It's still a sedan that people will need to live with every day. And BMW knows that. Underneath the body, this is where the biggest transformation takes place. The new i3 uses BMW's 6th generation eDrive technology, combined with an 800-volt electrical architecture and a new generation of battery cells. For the i350 xDrive, BMW has announced 463 horsepower and 476 pound-feet of torque. That's serious performance. But the interesting part isn't just the power. BMW is trying to build a system that delivers performance, efficiency, and better charging, all at the same time. And that's a much harder challenge than simply adding a bigger battery. Now, 463 horsepower sounds impressive. But BMW doesn't want this car to be remembered only for straight-line acceleration. The company has introduced something called Heart of Joy, a new system designed to coordinate important driving functions like acceleration, braking, and steering. In simple terms, BMW is trying to make the electric driving experience feel more natural, more connected, more predictable. Because speed is easy. The difficult part is making an electric car actually feel alive when you're driving it. And then there's the number everyone is going to talk about. Up to 440 miles of estimated range. If that number holds up in real-world conditions, the new BMW i3 could become one of the most capable electric sedans in its class. The 800-volt architecture also supports extremely fast DC charging, with BMW stating charging capability of up to 400 kilowatts. But as always, real-world range depends on the version, driving style, weather, and conditions. So the numbers look impressive. The real test will come when this car finally leaves the showroom. An electric car can have huge power and a massive battery. But if it doesn't feel good on the road, none of that really matters. BMW's approach with the new i3 is about bringing the software, chassis, braking, and power delivery closer together. Instead of treating every system separately, the car is designed to make them work as one. And that could be the real secret behind this new generation. Not just more power, not just more range, but a smarter car that reacts more naturally to the person behind the wheel. Technology is also changing the way this BMW interacts with its driver. The new assistance systems are designed to create a more natural connection between the driver and the car. BMW calls this approach symbiotic drive. The idea isn't simply to take control away from the driver. It's to make driving easier when technology can help, while still keeping the driver involved. And that's an important difference, because the future of driving may not be about removing the driver completely. It may be about creating a car that understands when to help and when to stay out of the way. The new BMW i3 is no longer just an idea. Series production has already started, and BMW plans to bring the car to the US market in 2027. Pricing details will depend on the market and final configuration. But one thing is already clear. This car is entering a very competitive world. Tesla, Mercedes, Audi, and a growing number of premium electric vehicles. So BMW can't rely on the badge alone. The i3 has to prove that it offers something different, something that the competition doesn't. So, is the new BMW i3 simply an electric 3 Series? I don't think so. This car represents something much bigger. A new design language, a new digital interior, new battery technology, a new way of thinking about driving, and maybe a completely new chapter for BMW. The numbers look promising, the technology is impressive, but there is still one question that no specification sheet can answer. When this car finally reaches real roads and real drivers, will it still feel like a BMW? Or will it feel like something completely new? And maybe that's the most exciting part of all.